Hello, friends. Welcome back to Love Wrestling. I've got a great one for you today. I like to think I've always got great ones for you, but how can I not consider having Mazzerati on the show a great time anytime, but especially so close to the launch of the Women's Championship Tournament for Ring of Honor. It's great to have you on, friend. How are you doing? How are you feeling so close to such a monumental event for ROH?
How's it going? I'm doing great, actually. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm not worried about it. I feel I should have been here years ago. And, if they had me there, Ring of Honor Women's Division would have been relevant already.
I love to hear it, and it's actually really cool you bring that up. I was doing my research for this, and you brought up with Women's Wrestling Weekly in 2019. You said, like, whether it's WWE or Impact or even, I guess, AEW didn't exist at the point, but nevertheless, for comparison's sake, you said ROH was the place that you wanted to be from then. How cool is it for you to now be there and again on the precipice of such a great event for the promotion?
Honestly, it feels amazing. I cannot complain about this. I feel like Ring of Honor is really going to strive off of this. Women's wrestling in general is now just getting big, and I really appreciate the fact that they're really putting forth the effort of like building this women's division and women's championship tournament for it. So I'm pretty excited about it. I'm glad that I'm part of it. Let's get this going. Give me my champion belt already.
I mean, obviously having you on the show, you know where my bias is going to lie, but we'll get to that in a couple of seconds. What did it mean to you to get the call from Maria? What was sort of the process behind that? Was it just sort of, hey, here's a random phone call from the board of directors and you're in? Or what was the process behind actually being selected for the tournament?
I'll be completely honest with you. So I was in Tampa taking the call for Mania weekend, and I was talking to Maria. Didn't really expect what was going to be asked, but then once she had asked me to be a part of it, I'm not gonna lie, I screamed and cried on the inside. But if you look at the interview, I'm like so composed and chilled. But I really wanted to just lose my head, but I was trying to, be a professional. And yeah.
I feel like it's the same as I am every time.
But I was really surprised on the inside, and I was just trying to keep my cool.
That's so wonderful to hear. What's it been like to work with her? Because again, as an outsider, you see the tangible effects of her work when it comes to this tournament and the women that have been signed up for the tournament and beyond. But what's your experience been like working with her? And were you a fan of hers growing up as a wrestling fan?
Actually, so I'll be completely honest with you. I was not a fan of her in the beginning.
Okay.
But then, just like I wasn't a fan of Trish Stratus, I wasn't a fan of a lot of girls, just because, I was a Lita fan. She was that tomboy like me. I wasn't really into the girly stuff. But, after watching their work, actually just getting invested in who they are, what they are, and what they've done, then it's like, wow, and then watching Maria and becoming one of the first lady of ROH back then, I had so much respect for her. Like, she went out and she did her thing, and she made a name for herself. So I highly respect it, and I highly respect her as well. Also, another reason why is because me being in Vegas, where when I first started, there was no women. I'm one of 8 that actually stayed, and I was the only one for years. And I didn't have a wrestling mother or any guidance with women. I was always with the guys. So being the fact that I've been able to be backstage, talk to her, get her knowledge, and she actually is really invested in these women and me, and it just made me feel important. Like, I felt like, wow, another woman's not trying to hold me back or just be catty with me. She wanted to really help me. And that's why I love Ring of Honor. There's never been any cattiness with the women. I just think it's amazing.
That's so cool to hear. And I want to touch back on that, because maybe how was your independent experience and your experience as a wrestler affected without having that many women around you? Was it a positive in some ways? Was it a negative in some ways? Or how would you describe it? Because luckily enough, up here in Alberta, we're blessed with a great women's scene. We've got a lot of talented women here, but it sounds like that maybe was a little different from your experience.
Yeah, there was literally no women. And then when we did, they would just come in, take their first bump, and then be out because they wanted to be.
Oh, this hurts and we're gone.
I've actually asked, I asked one, I'm like, why do you want to be a wrestler? Oh, because of Total Divas. I'm like, oh, cool. So you want to be a reality star?
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
I like the show, but it's certainly not the first, second, or third reason you actually step into the professional wrestling ring, right?
Right. Exactly. So it was just frustrating, and so I just felt like our promoter here just he's gonna probably be mad, but I just felt like he just didn't want to take a chance on me. Like, we weren't having any women matches booked, and it just kind of hurt. I was crying a lot. I had a lot of attitude. Like, I had to shape up a lot though, and just sit my mouth and just keep working. I got out more, and then finally, we've started getting more girls in our school, and it was just amazing. So I don't know, it was just, I'm not gonna lie, I was devastated, and now I'm just so proud that we have women and they're actually here, and they've been here for a good over a year, and they've been pushing, and oh man, and they come to me for help, and it's just wow, hold on, I'm still learning myself, so it's just it's great to be a part of helping other women, because I didn't have that growing up. I mean, being in the business.
I love to hear that, though. And it's cool to hear that you've sort of taken on that role yourself, given all of that, and you've sort of answered it admittedly. But does it mean a little bit extra then to be selected for a tournament that is focused on pushing women's wrestling forward? Hell yeah. An easy answer, and one that I absolutely love to hear. Now, obviously, outside of yourself, because if you're on the show, you got to be considered a favorite. I'm hoping I give some luck at least on that.
Everyone's favorite.
Well, I'll buy into that bias. 100% I will. But maybe, is there anybody else in the tournament that you're looking at as a favorite, or someone you're excited to potentially match up against in the finals, or a name of note, for lack of a better way to put it?
Trish has always been someone I've really, really adored.
No pun intended.
No pun intended, yeah. She's a hard worker, and she's someone I would love a one-on-one. Also, though, Roxy, her little young ass, I'm just damn, I wish I was able to start at her age, because I've been wanting to do this since I was 6, 7, and the fact that she was able to start young, kudos to you, girl.
Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. You can speak to the talent for every woman in this tournament, but like you said, the fact that she's doing this at that age is absolutely mind-blowing. The other one, and I've made a habit of asking everyone specifically, because as a broadcaster, I've got, again, a soft spot for the broadcaster / wrestler in the tournament. Maybe some quick thoughts on Quinn McKay, the final entrant in the tournament.
Quinn McKay is a little cutie. God bless her soul. But yeah, she's a little fighter, that one, She's good on the mic. She's cute. She actually has some ring ability. I think she could make it a little far, but not farther than me.
I was going to say, you might hit the Mazzerati roadblock. Again, no pun intended, but I might use that again when I'm promoting this thing, but that's for later. This is for now. Of course, we're talking about individuals that you might meet up with in the finals or closer to the end of the tournament, but you are kicking it off, facing off with the Sacramento Suplex Machine, Nicole Savoy. Any words, any thoughts, any strategies? Obviously, in the promo that you guys sent out, you said that you're willing to do anything that it takes to win, but I've got you here. I got to get it straight from the source. Why do you think you're going to come out ahead?
I mean, I don't even really need to explain, to be honest. I'm gold. I'm just better in all ways. She's the suplex, whatever the heck, submission is, whatever the heck she wants to call herself, blue blah blee. You're not gonna catch me in that, girl, honey. No, I'm gonna kick your head off. I'm sorry, but she's just somebody who wants to complain that she was left in the shadows and that she's always been behind somebody else. Well, that's where she just needs to stay, because to be honest, she's boring. She doesn't need to be in the tournament. Sorry,
Well,
honey.
selfishly, I am excited as all heck, excuse my language, to watch the two of you guys face off, as well as the rest of the matches that we've got kicking off tonight on Ring of Honor television. Yes, July 31st is your first opportunity, but you're chasing the Ring of Honor Women's Championship, but you are the current FSW Women's Champion. And I know you've got a match coming up that I am so excited to watch, but I ain't going to be the one to promote that one. Obviously, the champ is here. Let's get words from her. So thoughts on your match coming up on August 22nd, and then, of course, where people can watch that, where people can keep up to date with the latest and greatest from Mazzerati.
Yes. So I will be defending my FSW Women's Championship belt over at FSW Arena. And you know what? Actually, it's not at the arena. We're actually doing it. Can I redo that?
Of course.
Okay. I almost gave false information. Okay. So yes, I will be defending my FSW Women's Championship on August 22nd for the FSW All Women's Show. It's going to be pretty exciting, and we're going to be actually having it at the Diversion Amusement. It's going to be a pretty fun venue. Yes, it's going to be amazing. And me versus a little girl named Sandra Moon. And she's going to try and take my gold, but it's not going to happen. And it's going to be a street fight. So that's going to be a pretty fun street fight. I don't know. She wants TLC. I don't know. Something like that. She wants to get crazy because she thinks she got duped last show for the anniversary show.
Yeah.
But,
well, I'm not here to judge the decisions that the referees or the office makes. I'm just here to say I am damn excited for August 22nd. I am damn excited for this weekend. And I was damn excited to have you on the show. Thank you so much for the time, friends. If you want to keep up to date with the latest and greatest from Mazzerati, like I mentioned, please make sure you're turning into the Women's Championship Tournament presented by Ring of Honor. The work that Maria is putting in, ROH is putting in, and all of the women involved are putting in is incredible. Stay up to date with that on Women's Division Wednesday. And of course, stay tuned to lovawrestling.ca for the latest and greatest in the most positive senses of professional wrestling. For my new friend Mazzerati, I've been Spencer Love. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.
I'm glad I made you relevant.
Don't worry, I can guarantee that you did much more than I ever have.